Good morning, people of internet land. You join me at a school that I don't normally go to pick up a bus that I don't normally drive, to take a group of kids that I don't normally take on a Saturday. What the heck am I doing? It's field trip day, as you may have figured out from the title. This is an event we do every year where a group of high schoolers, I think seniors, take a bunch of the special ed kids and they go shopping. They go Christmas shopping and they buy them like whatever it is they pick out or whatever. That's about all I know about it. All I know is I have to have this bus at the high school at 9 o'clock. It is currently 8:40. The high school's about 5 minutes up the road. And at the moment, I'm trying to get ice off the bus. Small problem with that, I cannot get the bus to go into fast idle. I'll show you what I mean. Bus will not go into fast idle. I don't know why. I'm not touching the pedals. Parking brake is set, it's in neutral, but it will not go into fast idle. Typically, if you run the air conditioner, you can trick it into going into fast idle. So I tried that, that didn't work either. So now I'm just running the heaters because it's a little bit chilly in here. It is 30 degrees Fahrenheit outside, hence why I'm wearing 2 jackets. I'm Southern, shut up. Oh, Southerner can't handle the cold. Okay, look, we don't get this weather much around here, okay? We don't. So, we'll take a walk outside. Actually, no we won't. I'll put my headlights and markers on, hazards, and I'm actually not gonna check the 8-ways because guess what? I don't have to use them. So I've already had to put some more coolant in the engine. You might be thinking, well, it's freezing cold outside. Why do you need more coolant? You know, who cares if it's low? Well, I say coolant, it kind of doubles as antifreeze. The engine coolant, it's called coolant, but it's more of a temperature regulation to some extent. So it manages your engine temperature on both sides. It gets it to the right operating temperature and then keeps it there. So it was right at the fill line, so I added a little bit more. Let's come around the back. Everything looks fine back here. You may be able to tell by this plate that it looks familiar. This is my dad's bus. His plate says big deal and mine says little deal. So yeah, we're taking 175. We're gonna go up to the high school and I'm going to attempt to mount GoPros inside my bus. Now obviously, because there's students involved with this, I don't know how much of this I can actually film, but I'm gonna try to film at least some clips of us moving around and kind of update you at each place we go. I don't know where all we're going. The only Toys R Us we had in town is now closed, and it's been for several years. So I'm not sure where it's at. We may be going to Walmart. I don't know. But yeah, I'm assuming we'll get told when we get to the high school. So I'm going to go around and try to get these GoPros set up, and you are going to anticipate a jump cut right here where we will hit the road. All right, I think we are just about ready to go. Mirror heat can stay on. We'll turn the strobe on. I will grab my seatbelt and hope that it does not interfere with that GoPro behind me. You're not on my head this morning. You actually get a dual camera kind of setup. Right, let's get out of here. Straight away, my favorite feature of this bus is the electronic parking brake. I absolutely adore that. Shut the dome lights off because we don't need them right in a second. And big ol' between this concrete building and bus 36. While I adjust my mirrors on the go, because my dumb butt didn't think about doing that until just now. Move that one, left side. Move that so I can see. My dad's gonna get back on this bus and be like, where the heck are my mirrors? Right. Road's clear that way. Let's go this way. I would also like to point out the fact you may notice I have the steering wheel flatter than normal. That's because this bus actually has an adjustable steering wheel. We did not get that option until I think 2022, which this bus is a 2022, so yeah, there you go. The windshield actually defrosted a lot quicker than I anticipated. I checked the oil and the coolant, topped off the coolant, and then started the bus and basically let it go ahead and start running, and then set the cameras up. I didn't want to waste any time because I knew it might take a while. Joke's on me, I've been on bus 23, which takes forever to warm up. This thing has not. It's already, I'm already feeling nicer in here. I know I'm wearing two jackets. I'm gonna take one off once the bus actually gets warm. But, yeah. So, what time is it? 8:53, and the high school is like right here, so make sure this thing's up in case anybody calls me. Nobody should. I don't know how many buses are involved with this. It's several, I think, but we shall see. I've also not been told where to park, so I'm gonna go in the front of the school and park by the curb, and I guess that's where they want me. I literally was given instructions via text message. Pick up this bus from this location, go to here. Oh, this bus is so smooth and quiet. It's confusing. Yeah, it's so smooth and quiet. Bear in mind, okay, I've been driving a 2006 CE300 for the past 5 days. Now I just got on a 2022 C2. There's obviously going to be a noticeable difference. I'm assuming that all the students are inside, like having kind of a opening meeting or something, like, hey, here's the rules for this. Don't go buy them a car. Or something like that. I don't know. And straight away we've got cars parking on the curb. You absolute morons. Alright, this is what you get for parking on the curb. I'm boxing you in. Like so. Perfect. Now we get to hang out here until the kids show up. Update again. I just had a few teachers, admin, somebody come by to give me bus signs. Apparently for this, I am bus 9. And then on the second run, which I didn't realize there was a second run, apparently we're doing this twice, I'm bus 19. So I have to swap these signs out once we complete the first trip. I'm now backing down the heaters because it's getting a little bit not toasty, but like the cabin has warmed up now, and especially once I pack it out with all these people, it's gonna be madness. just walked through the cabin again, and it's like t-shirt level comfortable in here now. Even considering the door is open currently, so I'll probably keep the heaters on low until people start getting in here, and then I'm going to turn them off, because then it's just going to become one sweaty, hot, human-filled tin can. Speaking from experience.
214, did you hear that about the Walmart?
Okay, we have successfully dropped off the first load of kids to Walmart, and we are now...
Well, they could have just done a 1 through 10, A or B or something.
We are now headed back to the high school. I gotta go run and grab the second load of kids. We did get police escorts on the way here, which is pretty cool. So we were all together. Until the unloading happens in a mass hogwash of nobody knew what the heck we were doing. Apparently parents have not figured out that they should not park on the front curb of the high school because buses park there. I don't know why people still haven't figured this out.
Well, have to give me a minute.
We deal with it every time there's a field trip and every time we do a convoy like this, whether it's a band convoy or what. And parents still cannot figure out that you don't need to park on the front curb because you're just going to get yourself boxed in. I'm going to shut the... I didn't turn the air conditioner on, but I turned it on venting. And now it's kind of chilly in here. Mainly because I got packed to the rafters with kids. So my information has been corrected now. It's basically high schoolers of all ages that are grouping up with elementary schoolers and letting the elementary schoolers go buy a toy or something at Walmart. At least that's my best understanding of it. I was supposed to swap that sign from 9 to 19. I tried to put 19 back up and the tape just fell. So I gotta go re-stick that. Alright, looks like we're all lining up in the same spot. I don't know why I can't just put both signs up at the same time, because the numbers don't overlap at all. It's not going to give mixed signals to anybody because there's only one group assigned to 9 and one assigned to 19, and they're not going to be picked up at the same time. Alright, I'll wiggle around this car again. Okay, we have successfully parked. Now I await the next batch of kids. Now, having been sitting in this lineup now for what feels like 7 eternities, I'm now gradually working my way back up through the lineup to get loaded and take them back to the high school. This will be my first load. Then I gotta come back, circle through the line again and do the second load. It's supposed to be, if you do, they're saying if everybody does 2 loads filled to the brim, we'll get everybody back without somebody having to make a 3rd load. I don't really like that logic. I would rather the chaperones have just done a roll sheet and put everybody back on the same bus. But what do I know? The first few buses have done their first load. They're back, sitting in the back of the line, waiting because we can only fill up as people trickle back out of Walmart. And I can see like a whole hodgepodge of people. I don't know why we're not loading faster. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I might have organized it a little differently if I was doing it, but whatever. It is what it is. Alright, that is the first load of high schoolers successfully returned to the school. I'm now going back to jump back in the line and do my second load. Actually, I had a lot of kids that I know on this load. 2 from my route and some others that I knew. Turn the dome lights off. I'm now realizing, driving this bus, how smooth and quiet it is. There's no air conditioned noise. There's almost no engine noise. I mean, when you pull up to a red light and it comes down to idle, you really can't hear it. There's no creaking, there's no rattling much. It's just like a Cadillac school bus. It is the strangest. I mean, you gotta think, I come from a 2012 bus, and apart from that, I'm also driving a 2006 CE 300 with a DT 466 under the hood. And I've been driving that for 5 days. So having kind of got accustomed to that, I'm used to having to slightly yell at the camera when I drive a bus. Not on this bus. I don't have to yell hardly at all. And even if I feel like I should be, I'll watch the clip back and I'll still be able to hear myself most of the time. But anyways, like I said, Walmart is only like, you saw it in the time lapse, it's literally like 2 minutes away. So we're just gonna go try to get our second load. There's 218, a bus that was the front bus. So she's doing her second load. Okay. And I'm not meeting any more buses on the road, which means probably going to be waiting for a little bit. I'm hoping now that we're approaching, it's 11:20, I'm hoping now that we're approaching lunchtime, the kids will kind of move along a little bit, but I don't know. We shall see if that actually happens. They've even got a banner up over there for us. Huh. Interesting. They're loading 100. So we've got to kind of duck and dive through these shipping containers. come down here.
212, 209, Miss Brahma.
This is the way 18-wheelers come into Walmart.
Don't start. What you want, babe?
Did you pick up your last load yet?
Negative.
Hey, info.
Swing way out. This bus actually turns sharper than 99 does. And we'll wiggle in here. And now we wait. Alright, that is my second load delivered. We are done. Now we get to collect our flowers, I guess. I can take this bus back. And sweep it up, and then go get some lunch.
They need some love because they're a little wilty, but
Okay,
they're
that's
flowers.
fine. I'll take them to the house. Appreciate it. Flowers have been acquired. We can now go home. Roundabouts, roundabouts. I wish they were more common where we're from. Roundabouts. They make so much sense, and for some reason Americans can't seem to figure out how to use them. And I can say that because I am an American. It's not difficult, guys. Come on. And we will wiggle in the gate. Ow. I just realized I left the dome lights on, so I'll turn those off. You could probably, there's one behind my head. You could probably, yes, you can stop commenting now. I know the domes are on. All right, he wants it back where it was, which means I need to kind of reverse through that gap in the building. I say that. There's probably enough room in the grass back there to turn around. Yeah, there is, but I'm stupid, so I didn't, whatever. I'll just back in this way. See if I can do this without hitting anything. Hello, 36. Pardon me. Yeah, there's enough room in the grass over there. I could have easily turned around right here, but I didn't remember that. Alright, so we'll park it right there. That's fine. Now, I'm gonna go check and make sure the floor is not too hideous. And then we'll get out of here. Okay, the floor is actually, wow, that was a voice crack. Let me try that again. The floor, even, it's not in that bad a shape. I just picked up some trash. So, I don't think I'm gonna bother actually sweeping much. But I did just find dog tags, or what look like dog tags. Apparently, somebody left their Slipknot merch here, so I guess I'll just throw that on the dash and hope somebody claims it. Right. Let's see. I have this GoPro actually mounted to the tablet screen. So let's see if I can punch the buttons without moving it. Actually, you know what? Because I'm about to get off anyway, who cares? Alright. Post trip. We'll stick our odometer if I peer over the steering wheel. 52093. 2093, like that. Vehicle is satisfactory. We'll send that away. No. 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 Clock out. Yes. Turn that off. Turn those off. Turn those off. Turn that off. Off. I'll leave the strobe switch on because that's how he likes it. You're not gonna actually go to low idle, are you? Never does. All right, we'll do that and that. My God, that's loud. And we'll come back here and push our button. And our lights flick. That means we're good. Yeah, I've noticed when I drive newer C2s that when 99 does a post trip, it's kind of like beep. On these newer C2s, when they do a post trip, it's like so prepare yourself for that if you move up in the age range. But that concludes our little shopping spree field trip. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. I'm out.